we got ourselves a little delivery I thought I'd show you. I thought I'd splash some cash. I don't often splash money. You know, I'm a big fan of my Nike shoes. The only products I wear, shoe-wise, Nike. Whether that's all Vibrant. I wear my Vapor Maxes, 97 Air Maxes, and I thought I'd get a new pair of shoes because why not? I might die tomorrow. Foot Asylum. Saw these. They are clean. These are the Element 55s, all white. They're selling these for $89.99. White shoes though, unfortunately, they will get a little bit dirty. However, fucking peg, check those bad boys out. It's got the little bit there. It's also got the little fine Nike detail tick there. With me in shoes, when I wear shoes, when I look down at the shoe, it's got to be nice. Like, there's nothing worse than looking down at a shoe and it's ugly looking. It might look good like this, but you need to look down at the shoe and the mouth must be peng, but these look fucking sick. This is what they look like once they are on. Yes. They look fucking sick. Just got to try and keep them nice and clean. That's going to be the issue. Side view, cheese. This view, cheese. Fucking sick. Don't like the Hoover boy, do ya? Yeah. Right, so quick little physique update, see what we're looking like. I weighed in 174 pounds this morning, which is the highest it's been in this off season. Nearly 30 pounds above my stage weight. 30 pounds in my first push up. I've been gaining for 8 months now. 7-8 months in an off season phase. So this is what we're looking like. Not the best. I don't give a fuck. That could be a completely different topic, but I just don't give a fuck what I look like, really. As long as my dick works, I'm happy. So finally, the bands arrived. Funny story, I put the link for these on my Instagram, like a swipe up thing on my story, for people to purchase, and I bought them at the same time on the 22nd of March, and they came on the 24th of April. But they said on Amazon that they would come early April, and they took about 4 weeks to come, and I'm really sorry for people that purchased them and messaged me like, George, where are these bands? These bands have not arrived yet. Do you know anything about these bands? I'm really sorry, I weren't expecting them to fucking turn up so late. And the funny thing is, I actually tried to get a refund. They offered me a fucking £1. A £1 refund? You fucking mad, bruv? £1. The geezer was not having it. I was like, you mad? £1. £1 refund for being 4 or 3 weeks late. You fucking dumb. So, bands from Amazon, they came from China, so at first I was a little bit like, oh, China, as fucking Donald Trump always calls it, China. But I'm gonna have some fun with these. They're not the best. I know they're gonna snap eventually, but I can create some sort of stimulus with these as well, and they'll be good for like doing little supersets, drop sets, maybe with side laterals, that type of stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say on here that I apologise for everyone that did buy fucking the bands and they ended up being 4 weeks late. I'm so sorry. It's not my fault. People were assuming it was my fault. I'm like, no, not my fault. It's the bloke fucking selling them. Welcome to today's home garage workout. It's fucking raining outside. Let me quickly show you. I don't know if you can even see that. You probably can't. You definitely can't. Believe me, it's bloody raining, so I thought I'd decide to bring the rack in here today and hit my upper body session because quite frankly, I don't want to be outside. It's fucking Baltic. Weather was peng last week, like absolutely beautiful. I even got a tan on my face. My face is red. Now it's fucking like 9 degrees, absolutely Baltic. We're in for upper body session today. I wanted to quickly show you something. My mum has this little sleeve thing she gave me because I told her I had some slight elbow issue and forearm issue, just pain when I row, do some presses. So she told me to use this and I was like, oh, load of fucking bollocks. Look at it. It looks like fucking piece of shit. It's like pretty much like elbow sleeve, but it's like a cheaper version you can get from like Boots or any supermarket. You'll probably see these lying around. I thought this is going to be wank. So I tried it a few times. Surprisingly, it actually works. It actually feels really good, and it just keeps my elbow warm. That's the issue I'm having at home right now, just keeping this particular area warm. I got my elbow sleeve on for the row move, which I'm going to do today. Today's session, I'm going to try and memorise this off the top of my head. So we're going to start off with pull-ups. I want to get better at pull-ups. I'm fucking wank at them. I used to be able to do 20 on prep. I can't even do 20 right now, body weight. So I want to get better at those. Side lateral raises with dumbbells for like a rest pause, kind of keep the tempo intensity nice and high. Then I go on to some pressing, As I mentioned in my previous video, I like to program my presses first. So I'm going to do a barbell bench press, then I'm going to do a single arm dumbbell OHP, and then I'm going to do some dips. After that, I'm going to do some dips on some wheelie bins, which is a bit nitty, but it is what it is. Then I'm going to go on to some row movements. So there's a barbell row, probably a pullover, and then we're going to go on to some reverse flies and then some arm training to finish. So if you want me to go into detail more about my sessions right now, how I'm feeling, like rep ranges, all that type of stuff, then please let me know. I'm waffling for 2 minutes now about this fucking session. Let's just fucking get on with it, mate. Oh yeah, also I've got my bands. Forgot to tell you, bands have arrived. I probably mentioned it earlier in the video, but it is what it is. Can you hear that? That's the rain, which is not good. Not good. So thank fuck I've got the garage. Shout out to everyone out there who's fucking draining outside right now. I feel sorry for you guys, man. Let's get it done. Let's keep working. If you're fucking sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, oh, I can't do this, make it fucking happen, you little cunt. Oh, it's fucking pissing it down. First exercise is going to be weighted pull-ups. What I've done is I've put like 10 kilos in a bag. Just, I have no other, I have a dip belt or a weighted belt that I can put stuff on. 10 kilos in the bag. I'm going to start off with pull-ups because they're very hard to do for me. When I do them first, I can kind of get it out of the way. Right, so set number one. Right. Make sure you count, Becky, yeah?
Okay.
One. Oh, how many was that?
I think it was 10.
11.
Oh.
Terrible. So that was pull-ups done. Now we're gonna move on to side lateral raises. Side lateral raises sound like fucking some chav. Gonna do a rest pause style set. So what we're trying to ideally do here, we're trying to aim for a rep range roughly about 12 to 15 reps. Go to failure, then you'll take 5 deep breaths or 20 seconds, either one. So you could time 20 seconds if you would like to. Go to failure again. 5 deep breaths, 20 seconds, go to failure again. So it's 3 failure points. For example, you might do 15, 10, 5. That's a rest pause pretty much. Great way of increasing the intensity, especially if you're at home right now and you haven't got the load in. It's a good technique to use. So I'm gonna rest pause this with the 12.5 kilo dumbbells. I could go a little bit heavier, but I just want to be careful with my elbow, as I mentioned earlier, because it does irritate my elbows a little bit. I'm gonna listen to soppy songs, so don't judge me if you do hear any soppy songs in the background. I'm emotional right now and I want to cry, but that makes me angry. So, final warm-up on the bench press. Last time I did this is going to be my warm-up. I did this working set for a set of 8 last time. So hopefully I can add a little bit more load in. The hardest thing is fucking getting it up. Trust me. The hardest bit is getting this bar out of the rack. Pressing it is easy, but it's just getting that fucking weight up, which is really annoying. I'm gonna put my wrist wraps on. Always use wrist wraps when I do my presses. I just think I just feel a little bit more safer and more confident when I do my lifts, because as we know, when you go heavy, you gotta be confident with it. You can't be fucking fannying about. So this is gonna be my final warm-up set. I'm gonna watch this back after I've done, dictate where we go from there. I'm just gonna go for that one magic rep.
Hey, hey. I'm so used to being you.
That was barbell bench press done. Did my first set of 7 reps, which was 5 kilos up, 1 rep short, and then did the second set with the same weight. I only got 4 reps, just didn't feel right. Should have gave myself a little bit longer rest period wise, but I made up for it for the final set. And previously I did that same weight, which I did, and got 13, but this week I got 15, so that was an added bonus. We're now going to move on to a single dumbbell OHP. Really like this movement, really, really good, feels really good. Hard at first, like you can't use as much loading, and there's a lot of stability which is required. Like what I've noticed since using a lot of free weight stuff at home is my core. Like fuck me, my core is in bits sometimes when I'm doing all this compound work. But if I can get a stronger core, you know, 100% worth it, absolutely. So single arm OHP next, gonna do 3 sets on that. Just gonna go to failure. I have about 25 kilos I can put on a dumbbell at the moment, so I'm just going to failure on that. Right, so that single OHP done, we're gonna move on to dips now. This one's a bit of a nitty exercise. You're gonna need some gloves. Don't be touching the bins, especially during this coronavirus. Well, shouldn't be touching bins fucking anyway, they're dirty. We're gonna use the bins to dip between. It's pretty good actually. I thought I'd just do it randomly. Bit nitty, I'm gonna wear some gloves, but really good exercise, good compound for your triceps. Gonna make this tricep focused here instead of chest. Obviously you are gonna engage some chest, but we can mainly focus on our triceps. That'll be unreal. But definitely try the single arm OHP if you've never done it before. Great for balance, great for symmetry, especially if you're weak on one side. It's going to really help you engage one or the other. Like I'm left-handed, my left side's way better than my right. If I can improve my right, guess what? It's going to be better overall, and I'm going to look better on stage, hopefully. So up next we have the barbell row, a difficult movement, especially if you have slight lower back fatigue. I always just try and imagine to keep, I start from the floor up, so I really want to engage my hamstrings by pushing my heels into the floor. I want to keep my hips back, chest up, so I want to be in this kind of chest up position. I don't want to be slouching over like that. Like I see a lot of people row like this, which is okay, but again that's going to put a lot of pressure on your lower back. So all you simply need to do from there is just bring your chest up and your shoulders back. Engage your lats as well. So what I'm doing right now is when I grip the bar, I'm really trying to like push the force through my lats. So that's going to engage my lats, and obviously with a movement like this, we're trying to engage lower lats with a barbell row as well as trying to get some thickness in the back. So we're going to see how this goes. I've never been good at barbell rowing. I don't know why. It shows in my physique as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can finish this lockdown and be pretty strong on this. Always remember, hips back, hips back. Engage your hamstrings by pushing your heels into the floor, keeping that chest up. Don't want to be rounding the shoulders, chest up, head in a neutral position, and then row.
Peanut to a mango. He was curled up in the mountain bread like a taco. In the left side of his Kango. Oh, cherry ain't no tango.
So up next is going to be a cable pullover, mainly working the lats here. So I've got my little pulley system, whatever you want to call it. If I can remember, I'll link it down below in the description. Basically a little pulley thing that I've hooked into the roof of the garage, and then what I've done is I've attached the bag. It comes with this little clip, it does. Attach the bag to it and added some weight into there, and then we're obviously going to do some pullovers with this thing. Really, really good, believe it or not. One of the best purchases I've made in this lockdown period, especially for something like this. Really straightforward, and I've got like a little steel pole sort of thing, drilled a hole in it, tied the knot in there, and you've got yourself a little straight bar. Very straightforward. We're gonna do some pull downs with this bad boy. So when doing these pullovers, you really want to think about bringing your arm, so you want to bring the bar down and then in towards you. So the first part of the movement is focusing on your lats, but we're trying to just bring our arm to the floor. And then what we're trying to do from there is then we're trying to bring it in to our, pretty much around the pelvis area, the lower abdominal, and really engaging your lat by doing that. So it's down and then it's in to the lat. And even when I do that right now, I can feel my lats on fire. Fitness is fucking dreadful right now. That's the only thing about lockdown, is my fitness is getting worse. Up next, we're gonna do some reverse dumbbell flies. Dumbbells, I'm not keen on doing like reverse flies with dumbbells because I just feel like I'm just moving weight from A to B. We only have that to play with right now. But what I am thinking about when I am doing any rear delt move is I'm trying to visualize bringing my elbows to the corners of the room, or even your hands. So what you want to really think about is, right, there's a corner over there, corner over there. I'm bringing my arms up, keep my elbows nice and high. What a lot of people do is they do like this. You want to keep your elbows nice and high, and you want to aim for the corners of the room. So when I do it like that right now, I can feel that in my rear delts. So a nice little thing for you to think about when you are doing rear delt flies, if anyone actually gives a fuck, which is probably not, probably no one. And this camera's shit at focusing. Fucking focus. There we go. Oof. Disgusting. Right, so going to finish the session off with some arms. I'm going to do one exercise for tricep and isolation. So I'm going to do some straight bar press downs with the cable pulley, and then I'm going to do a bicep curl variation. It's quite difficult to fit arms into an upper lower split if you are doing that right now. What I have started recently doing, I only did this once, did an actual arm day on my rest day the other day, just 3 or 4 exercises each on my triceps and biceps, and it was actually pretty good. So you can get away with doing some arms on your rest day potentially. What I would do is I would tag some bicep work on at the end of your leg days as well. That would definitely help. So maybe 2 curl variations on the end of your leg day. You can do it at the beginning of your leg day if you really get to that point on the end of your leg session where you can't be fucked to do arms, and you can do it first. You can just add a little bit more into your upper body sessions, but they're really difficult to do in my honest opinion. I'm a big believer in getting stronger in your compound work as well. So doing your tricep compounds, doing your rows, you know, that is going to get you stronger. That is going to get your arms bigger as well. A lot of people just assume that you need to curl loads to get big arms, when in reality they're missing out on the fundamental stuff like dips, narrow grip bench press, narrow grip push-ups, pull-ups, you know, barbell rows, pull downs. These are going to build your biceps, believe it or not, as well. So that's my thoughts on arm training in an upper lower split. It's quite difficult to do, but when you incorporate a few little bits and bobs, it can work. Right, so I'm going to end this video here. Comment down below. Rain. Probably can't even see that, but it is raining outside. Comment down below rain if you've watched the whole thing. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Just a little bit more about training, how to program at home, that type of stuff. So drop a like if you've been enjoying the content, and I will upload more of this type of stuff because I haven't been uploading that much lately. Anyway, lots of love, stay safe, train hard, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.